talk about this. This is kind of the breaking news of the day, and it's a weird segue because we're talking about the de-evolution of society and the breakdown of you not having first response. So let's talk about Haiti first of all. You got to know a little bit about the history of it, and you were kind of saying maybe you didn't know a little bit.
No,
so
not really.
The Clintons basically ruined Haiti. So this is something that the government typically does when there is an emergency. Hillary Clinton famously said, "Never let a good tragedy go to waste." And basically, in the Haitians' main export is rice. Okay, this is how like a lot of Haiti makes their money is in rice. What the Clintons did after Hurricane Katrina, right? What like wiped out Haiti? Was it Katrina?
I don't know if it was Katrina. Was it a separate one?
Hey, it might be something that our production might have to pull up.
Yeah.
Whatever major hurricane basically wiped out Haiti. Haiti basically has never recovered. I mean, it's been devolved into gang chaos. The government was going around collecting firearms from people. It was like pretty much martial law. There's no support services. There's nothing. And it's just wild.
So according to this article, 2008, they saw 4 major storms.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of the flooding and such. And that was Faye, Gustav, Hannah, and Ike.
I remember Ike.
I feel like those turned into
like upgraded
bigger systems.
Okay.
As they approached America.
I thought it was Katrina, but
United States.
Excuse me. Basically, the Clintons came in. They said, "Don't worry, we're going to save you." Right? They destroyed all the rice fields.
Really?
They destroyed all the rice fields, and then
purposefully.
Well, that's
like are they?
They said like, "Oh, we destroyed it because of it's a way to protect it because it was gonna if you grew rice there or something, it's going to kill all of you because of the flooding, because of the storms." Bacteria, something. Yeah. Well, I honestly, I don't know why they destroyed them, but that was the thing. Then a company, private American company, bought up all those rice fields, started producing rice, and then they started selling that rice back to the Haitian people for profit. Nice. Turns out the company that bought all those rice fields is Hillary Clinton's brother.
That's weird.
Oh, isn't that funny?
Yeah, so it was after 2008, the Clintons approached an opportunity to move in 2009, March of 2009.
And Haiti has never recovered. It's pretty much the Haitians don't export their own stuff. They don't have a big income anymore. It's all American interest. And they basically use that for profit.
Yes, and that happened shortly after the earthquake in spring of 2010. President Clinton was appointed to serve as the co-chair of the Interim Haiti Recovery Commission.
Yes, and this commission, it got billions of dollars of government funding, and it's all, of course, to help the Haitian people, but it's really taking advantage of a tragedy and taking advantage of a people that really don't have another choice, and it's really sad. So since then, that's a little history of it. Haiti has devolved into this leaderless, gang society. The government is pretty much a slave to the American government, and nothing is being done. There's almost like a lot of the infrastructure is being wiped out, and a lot of these gang leaders are coming up. But most infamously is this guy. His name's Barbecue. Wow. Barbecue is a Haitian gang leader. He is the most powerful man in Haiti, according to New York Post. The U.S. is beginning to evacuate Americans because these Haitian gangs are running around eating people. You heard me correctly. It's the zombie apocalypse in Haiti, but like smart zombies. Like they're not slow. Like they're like normal people. Like they can think. Well, I wouldn't say normal. They're eating people.
Right. Yeah. Just straight up cannibals.
So what was that? World War Z?
So is that?
Yeah, pretty much. Wild. Name, Scroll down a little bit. I didn't get to read the full article. That troops evacuated Americans from the U.S. Embassy and additional forces have brought in to secure diplomatic compounds. So they're basically locking down this one compound. And the leaders in Haiti are basically being evacuated as whatever. But a bunch of people, because of the cannibalism that's going on, are coming through the southern border. So we're getting a huge influx of Haitian immigrants that are trying to escape cannibalism
Good grief.
through the southern border. This is wild. Scroll down. I wonder if they got a picture of this guy. This guy looks. Oh, is that him?
Yeah.
Nose. Barbie. That's him.
Right
That's
there.
him.
Barbecue.
So they're not. This is like a terror thing. So this is similar to we used to see the people getting nice American weapons there on the right too. M16 left.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. These people. They used to burn people in cages and stuff like that. It's more of a. It's not like they're having to eat people because they don't have food. It's more of a terror to strike fear into people. So he videos himself killing people and eating them.
Really?
And you have a good chance, like if you get killed by one of these gang members, that you're going to end up barbecued.
Yeah, that's why that's his name, huh?
Yeah,
Famous
barbecue,
for it.
classic. Look at the guy on the right. He's like, check it out. Look at those eyes. Imagine that's what you get kidnapped and that's what you're looking at.
So what's their issue with the prime minister there? Like, why are they trying to overthrow him?
I think it's just lawlessness, pretty much straight up. I mean, we had, obviously nothing but when people are left to their own devices,
right,
and it gets pretty rough. We saw that in Chop or Chaz. No police allowed, in Seattle.
Yeah.
And then what immediately happened? A warlord took over this gang leader, SoundCloud rapper.
In the United States.
In the United States, no police response. There were people trapped in the skyscraper condos that were like, hey, we don't want anything to do with this. And they were calling 911 for help.
Like, we can't go there.
Like, we're not going in. There were stories of these two girls came out telling stories that they were basically locked in a room and raped by these gang members over and over and over again. Couldn't call 911, couldn't do anything. The gang leaders like shooting people, and police were like, not my problem.
Dang.
And this is just a large scale version of that.
Yeah.
Just keep scrolling down real quick. I want to see if they got any other pictures. I'm sure they didn't show anything like too crazy. Some claim that the rifle wielding 47-year-old, 47.
Yeah.
He's an ex-police officer.
Oh.
So this is somebody that worked in public safety that did this stuff, became a gang leader after the country pretty much got wrecked because of the Clintons. By the way, this is America's fault. I mean, not to say Haiti was ever like a bastion of like. It's not like Venezuela, which was like one of the richest, most successful countries in the world until, they decided to screw their government up. But nickname comes from penchant of setting his victims on fire. That he says he's an old moniker his mother gave him as a boy. So apparently, so he's saying that his
mom gave it to him.
His mom gave him.
Jimmy is short for barbecue. I guess.
Yeah, Jimmy barbecue.
He calls their kid barbecue.
He's like, no, it's not because I eat people. Don't be crazy. It's because my mom gave me that nickname.
I've been called barbecue all my life.
Yeah, so much better.
Very common nickname.
Yeah, exactly. Scroll down a little bit. So, he liked himself to Martin Luther King Jr. During an interview with New Yorker last year. He's a premium member of the Haitian National Police. So there it is. He was expelled from the force for 2018 for alleged ties to a number of horrific crimes, including the slaughter in the LA Saline slums, in which 71 people were killed. What? 7 women were raped and 400 homes were burned down. That could be like a major city in America.
Yeah.
Sherizier, who denied wrongdoing, went on to take over the G9 family, which controls many of the slums. So he just became a gang leader after being a police officer.
Dang.
Crazy. But the funny thing is, the way what I wanted to do this, if you go to Google search and you want to, let's say you just want to research a story. This is why I had to use the Daily Wire. All the left-leaning news sources are like, no, nothing's wrong. Nothing is going on here. Look at this. Just scrolling through. Top stories, NBC, cannibalism claims about Haiti, crisis used by Musk to smear the State Department. All of them are about, they're terrified because the Democrats have created a problem at our southern border, and these people are getting over. There's literally a cannibalistic country. And remember when the big thing with Trump where he said the S word, remember? Oh, these S word countries. Why are these people coming from these S-hole countries or whatever? He was referring to Haiti. And the Democrats went on this big campaign, like, how dare you racist, and that was allegedly too. Apparently Trump says he never said that. No, they went to a private closed door meeting about the border, and it was to come up with a bipartisan bill on the border wall. Mm-hmm. He went in with Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, all these prominent Democrats. hey, we're going to come out with a deal. They apparently made a deal, came out. The first thing that Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and these prominent Democrats say is, Trump said that Haiti's an asshole country. Trump said that. We didn't hear anything about the border wall. All these big time news organizations, ABC, NBC, CNN, and what you see here, Trump called these countries filled with minorities asshole countries, and that's what happened. And now they're kind of stuck in this. They backed themselves into a corner because guess what? This country has got cannibals.
Yeah.
It is like whether Trump said it or not doesn't really matter. It's an asshole country, right?
Yeah.
If you've got a cannibal problem,
that doesn't happen just anywhere.
no, it's not like, oh man, we were down in, Indiana and this police kind of backed out of this town. And all of a sudden there was cannibalism. Whoop.
Yeah.
It's absolutely wild. Some notes on cannibalism and zombies in Haiti.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's just JSTOR.org. I don't know what that is, but crazy fact check. Elon Musk smears Haitian migrants. So they're making about the immigrants. So if you speak out against the cannibalism in Haiti, you're smearing the poor innocent migrants that are trying to get to America to have a better life. Absolutely, it's absolutely mind blowing.
Yeah.
You know what they say?
What?
The tongue is a double-edged sword.
Yes.
It's true.
Yes. It's wild to me that we can have a news story like this and what the mainstream media wants to focus on.
Yeah, you never know when you're getting like the full story or the truth and stuff. Seeing all this happen live and stuff the last several years, it makes you wonder about the history you learned.
Mm-hmm.
Like how much of it is true versus how much of it is molded to fit.
Yeah.
Whoever wanted you to believe.
Yeah, it's the advancement of technology is not helping because at some point the only place you could get the news was from a newspaper.
Right.
And there was like a guy standing on the street corner being like, extra, read all about it.
Yeah, it was written. It took some time. It was checked. It was.
And now you've got some dude like the government will be like, there's no problem in Afghanistan. There's no nothing. Some dude's on a cell phone like, hey, here's a bunch of gliders coming in, raping all these women at a music festival.
And now it's and then everyone's trying to be the first one to say something. And
I think they
may not check if it's true or not.
I didn't really want to get into the TikTok ban, but the conversation's kind of going there. I think that's why. I think that was a big problem with TikTok because a lot of the horrific footage I saw was from people just uploading on TikTok, and you happen to see it before they took it down.
Right.
And it's no secret that the Democrats have a highly vested interest in Facebook and Instagram, and Meta is investing into political campaigns of people on the left. There's been open admission of Robert Epstein. It's not Jeffrey Epstein, but I think his name is Robert Epstein. Oh, Weinstein.
Oh, there you go.
It was one of the bad people that also had a good name. It was Robert Weinstein, I believe, went and actually found out that Facebook and Meta were sending updates to vote only to Democrats.
Really?
So they know your personality on social media. They've got you down. They know what you post. And if you are conservative or conservative leaning or something, you wouldn't get updates to go vote.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And that's confirmed. So there's a reason why all of a sudden we have this platform where we've got Russia-Ukraine war. We obviously have a heavily vested interest in the Ukrainian side. And then you had Tucker Carlson go interview Vladimir Putin. And they were like, hey, we should try him for treason for being a journalist. It's like, what country is this?
Yeah, that is
like crazy. So of course you don't want a platform where, and now don't get me wrong, there's propaganda. There's TikTok is horrible for our youth, and China is notorious for going in and obviously pushing things in the algorithm.
Right.
There's a study that was done on TikTok. Whenever the Chinese kids that are on TikTok, they get fed science, inventing, mathematics and things like that in their TikTok feeds, while American kids get fed more trans ideology stuff. And that leads to things like the rise of like Dylan Mulvaney. You know who that is, right?
I don't think
the
so.
trans guy, the Bud Light guy.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So he's big because of TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden these major brand deals, and then what happens to like an iconic American beer brand? They get like people. I mentioned this on an episode where I think the real conspiracy is like these people are like, oh yeah, go woke, go broke, do all this stuff.
Yeah.
But what if they just want China just wants to destroy American institutions?
Yeah.
And what if it's the right cheering it on? Like Bud Light goes woke, goes broke, and then they're just like, China's like, cool, an American institution, like a big American brand, gone.
Yeah, I mean it is kind of like
It's kind of a conspiracy.
pushing one way or another.
Yeah.
Either to promote it or destroy it essentially. And and they're succeeding at it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And that's why like TikTok is dangerous in that sense, but not in this, it's because people can't take in positive and negative information and look at it subjectively.
Yeah, kind of like I said before, people don't do their own research anymore.
No.
They just see something and
you
that's
have
it.
And then so you have all this pro-Palestinian propaganda on TikTok. Everything on TikTok is pro-Palestinian and anti-Israel. Everything, which goes against the American interest. However you feel about the situation is your own deal. I'm not making a statement for or against Israel or Palestine or whatever, but what I am saying is objectively scrolling on TikTok, everything is pro-Palestine to the point where people do have like some mental disorders. People do have these problems, and then they go set themselves on fire in front of the embassy.
Weird.
Yeah.
That was super weird. I saw that video and I was like,
yeah,
something else is going on.
Something else is going. Yeah, I mean,
he's not normal.
He was going to commit suicide. I think nobody just does that because if you didn't do it for the Uyghur migrants, the Muslim Uyghurs in China that were being locked up and killed and arrested, and you weren't doing it for Haiti, you're not doing it for anything else. But all of a sudden, TikTok starts blowing up about pro-Palestine stuff, and you're going to set yourself on fire, saying "Free Palestine," which is essentially TikTok propaganda.
Yeah.
I mean, there is something to say. I don't want to. We didn't pull up the article for the TikTok ban.
I did see a bunch of the TikTok stuff this morning. That was all over the news, and they said that the CEO of TikTok put out a video.
Yeah, I didn't see that. You were telling me about that.
So
though.
He put out a video saying like, "Hey, they're trying to ban TikTok. This is what's going to do. It's going to cost, hundreds of thousands of American jobs.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to do this." And they were saying, it's TikTok is trying to use those viewers, the kids, the younger generation to influence, I guess they were saying like, oh, go talk to your governor, go talk to your congressman, whatever, to stop this from happening, stop TikTok from getting banned.
That's why they want to lower the voting age.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what they can do. They can reach so many.
They can influence American politics.
Put it in wherever they want, with the algorithm and stuff.
Yep. And then they're just like, oh, this person, Dylan Mulvaney, he has millions of followers. Of course, everybody in America would be on board with him. Yeah. And then he gets implemented into a major brand, and that brand crashes because the Chinese propaganda is not resonating. It resonates with young, influential, moldable minds, but not the majority of American society. And it's just wild. And two, there's some misinformation on both sides. It's not a ban on TikTok. Right. It's pretty much you cannot, as an American, develop an app and go to China and put it on their phones. You can't do that in China, but for some reason we let China do that here.
Right.
It makes no sense. You can't go and be like, man, I have $1 billion. I want to go buy $500 million worth of land in China. You can't do that. As an American citizen, you cannot go buy land in China. Yeah. What's China doing? Buying up all these land and houses through BlackRock and Vanguard and all these Chinese-owned companies.
Yeah.
They're buying up all the housing. I get a call 10 times a day. I've got an experiment for you. If you own a house and somebody's calling you saying, hey, can I buy your house? Figure out what company they're from and then find out who's funding them. I guarantee you it's BlackRock or Vanguard.
Really?
Yeah. It's wild. Chinese-owned companies buying up houses to create a permanent class of renters because that's what they do in China.
Oh. Yeah.
Because when you go against the government, we're not taking away your rights, but you just can't buy any of our houses if you believe this way. Oh, we have a strict no firearms policy in any of our rentals. Sorry. We're not taking away your right to own guns, but you can't own you can't live here and own a gun.
Yeah.
Feel free to live in your car. Like
That is
it's that
crazy.
bad. Nobody can buy a house right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting.
You have to rent.
Yeah. I mean, so many houses were being bought out by companies and stuff.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And we have people that we are all close to that are pretty much a company came in and it wasn't like the company forcing anybody. There was a divorce that they owned a bunch of companies, but they did sell all their properties to a major corporation.
Yeah. It's easier that way.
I don't know the name of the corporation. I'm just saying this type of stuff is happening. And BlackRock and Vanguard and these big companies are buying up mass properties. And for some reason, I think it was Arizona said, hey, no more. If you're a Chinese invested company or have Chinese backing, you're not allowed to buy land in Arizona anymore. And it's like, that was controversial. It's like, how dare you? You're a racist. And it's like we can't do that in China, but we're letting them do here. It's wild. There's probably going to be a lot more to come out on that. I was kind of saving that for maybe an episode 2 weeks from now or something where I can get more information. But
well, it's unfolding.